Hey y'all, so trying to catch up on war videos here. This is the second war of the season. Starting off with Hyperion against Modok. This is pretty much a diversity placement because Modok is a little bit harder to fight if you have trouble stunning him, but this node only reduces stun duration if there are no buffs on the opponent, and the node places buffs on you. So the only way that this fight would be at all difficult is if you tried to take it with a buff immune, which you don't really have a reason to do because Modok does not punish you for having buffs on you. So we're just gonna parry heavy special 3 with Hyperion, and that's all there is here. Very simple. I do think that this could be a decent placement if you put somebody like a Mystic on the next fight who actually punished the Nullify nodes and made it so I couldn't just use Hyperion or somebody else fairly generic. Um, Unfortunately, in this particular case, our opponents put Korg on the next node, which is a solid placement if there's a Mystic on the first one. So I feel like either of these two placements is okay on their own, but I would definitely put a Mystic on one or the other to try and force some kind of split. Um, Honestly, can Hyperion can take Korg, it's just not particularly quick, but we have Doom on the team, and this is much, much faster, right? Much cleaner, don't intend to lose much health. I forget exactly how I handled this fight, but I'm pretty sure I bait out a single special 2, and then just go special 3, special 1, special 2, your standard Doom cycle. That's kind of all there is when you can just bait heavies and there's nothing stopping you from breaking Korg's armor with your energy attacks. So there we go. Push him up to 2 bars of power. Throw the special 3 with him over 2 bars of power. It's exactly where we want to be. That's going to let us do our medium, medium, light, 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 medium, medium into special 1 and have him exactly at 3 bars so that we can steal the maximum amount, get our unblockable special 2. His rock shield is not up, and there we go. So, very simple Doom fight. Now, this next one, unfortunately, is not a simple fight, and I had seen it go poorly with Doom. So, I sent somebody else with Overseer to it, and they hadn't used Overseer much before. I'm not blaming them for it. It's a very difficult fight. I realized after the fact, if I send Overseer to this Maw again, I'm sending them with Resonate, because that's going to keep Masochism on cooldown more often and allow Overseer to stack his debuffs and actually get Despair rolling, and I think the fight will be much, much easier. Unfortunately, didn't think of that at the time, and the healing was pretty difficult, and Maw is just kind of a jerk. So we decided to close it out with Doom, and I figured even if this is a difficult fight for Doom to solo, he's at least going to handle the regen, and I shouldn't have much trouble closing it out from 50%. Landing that one special 2 did kind of get us there. We do need one more combo here so that I can throw this special 1. And here's where I make a mistake. I haven't played Doom against Maw enough to know exactly how long that special 2 is, and we miss on the very end. So we missed out on some Incinerates that definitely would have finished things for us. I should have just sat there and held it, waited for Falter to come back around. We would have been completely fine. So yeah, that's where a third of my health went when it definitely did not need to. And then yeah, okay, just barely avoided the same mistake there. Threw it a little bit earlier this time. Small gamble, but I was fairly confident after the first mistake and did close it out. So I think I could take that from 0 with Doom next time, or we can send Overseer with Resonate, or we can send Blade and just send him with more synergies. I think any of those are fine. Lesson learned. I take responsibility for that one. My assignment, I probably should have taken it. Anyway, Hyperion here against Jabari is super simple. You're just going to keep pushing her to the special 2 so that you can very easily evade it. You never have to worry about her throwing the special 1, building up Huntress charges, and then starting to chip into your block and be more dangerous by turning off your decks. None of that is an issue if you just bait heavies, punish them, and throw your special 2 as a way to keep her over 2 bars of power. Very simple. Use 1 small potion and move on. I waited for energy on this. My recording was a little screwy. I forgot to do my preseason maintenance and clear things out. So I used Hyperion against that Galan. It went very well. I blocked some stuff. I threw a bunch of special ones. It was simple. And then, as you can see, we are halfway into this Rintrah fight with Mr. Fantastic. But this is a very simple fight because Rintrah does not have any passive power gain, and because Reed has those suppressions and reduces combat power, he can keep Rintrah from crossing too many bars of power. You don't have to bait too many specials. You're basically almost never needing 2 decks, and so you don't have your buffs fail, therefore Rintrah doesn't gain his power gains, and therefore you don't have to worry about the increased power gain on the node, and it's a very, very simple fight for Reed. So yeah, that was my War 2. Obviously went well on my fights, but I always feel terrible when I make a bad call on assignments. I'm mostly over it, but watching that back, it kind of felt bad again. Anyway, like I said, I forgot to clear out my iPad. That's on me. So I didn't have space. That's why you only saw half of the Rintrah fight. That also happened on War 3. I didn't catch it in time. But the good news is that the defense in War 3 did not line up very well for my particular... for my champions. And so I took mostly diversity fights. I took... well, not diversity fights. The first one was a Nick Fury on Heavy Hitter, which is a very good placement. I think that's probably where ours has been most of the season. But other things lined up, so I was able to take that with Havok with power back boosts, and he was fantastic for it. I am actually very sad I do not have that fight to show you. But then the other one was literally just Nimrod against Domino on a node that didn't really do anything to amp up Domino. And I don't think there's much reason for me to make a video for that. So the next War video that you see from me will be War 4. And until then, hope to catch y'all in streams. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.